Hello, and welcome to our market alert video for today, which is June 2nd, 2023. I am Ken Moraif, and I'm founder and CEO of Retirement Planners of America. And as the name implies, we're a firm that specializes in retirement planning, which means we work with people who are over 50, who are retired or retiring soon. So everything that you hear in this video and everything that we do is geared around people who are in that demographic. So if you're within 5 years of retirement or that first 5 years of your retirement, this video and everything else we do is designed for you. So thanks for watching. For those of you who have been watching for a while, you know that last week we said that we thought there would be a 0 chance of a default. And sure enough, it looks like that is the case. We also said that we wanted to be cautious and de-risk somewhat, given the history that the Republicans and the Democrats have had when it comes to raising the debt ceiling and all of that. And we cited 2011 and 2018 as examples of where the government just could not get their act together and that the market went down 17 and 19% in each of those instances. So we wanted to avoid that. And so what we did was we de-risked, as it were. We reduced our exposure to the areas of our portfolio that we felt were the most sensitive to that. And we kept those parts that we felt were the least sensitive to that, the safer investments, if you will. And as it turned out, that was a good move. Those more aggressive investments did suffer soon after we made that recommendation. So where do we go from here now that all of that is in our rear view mirror? Is it time for us to re-risk, if you will? Well, right now, there is another thing that we need to worry about. It's like there's always something, right? As Gilda Radner used to say. And that is the Federal Reserve. They're going to be telling us what they're going to do on June 14th about the interest rates. And what's going to drive that, in our view, is two things. One is the jobs numbers, which we got this morning, and then the inflation number, which we will get on June 13th, the day before they make their announcement. So the jobs numbers that came out this morning were no help at all. There was a lot of good stuff in there, and there was a lot of bad stuff in there. Of course, the Fed wants bad stuff. They want to see the employment numbers start to go down. They want to see wages start to fall. They want to see the inflationary pressures come off. They didn't get that, but there were a lot of signs that within other places that inflation is starting to come down. So do they pause? Do they raise interest rates? What do they do? We think that there's going to be they will probably raise interest rates in June on the 14th. And the reason why is because, yes, inflation, and we've been saying that inflation is going to be under 4% in July. And we stand behind that. We said it would be under 5% last month, and sure enough, it came in at 4.9%, which is under 5. And we think that it'll be this month, we think inflation will come down to the low 4s, maybe 4.1 or 4.2. So the direction is very positive for the Fed. So that would imply maybe they should just stop and rest and give it a chance for all the raising of interest rates to take its effect. But we think that if they are truly serious about getting inflation down to 2%, their job isn't done. Because even if it gets under 4% in July, that's not 2%. And if they're after 2%, we think they have to raise interest rates in June again. So how will the market take that? Not too badly. It's not a complete surprise. It's not something that's going to cause everybody to freak out. And so the jobs numbers this morning tell us that we're not going to have, it doesn't look like a massive series of layoffs and unemployment and all the terrible things that come from that. It looks like inflation is coming down. So it looks like maybe the Federal Reserve is going to engineer what people have been saying was a possibility, which is that soft landing. So if they do, good on them. We think that's our base case. Jobs will not be falling off a cliff, and we think inflation will start to come down in the level where the Fed wants it to. And because of all those things, we continue to say that the second half of this year should be very strong, and we are optimistic about it. Now, having said all of that, if you're over 50, if you are retired or retiring soon, if you're in that 5 years before you retire or that 5 years after you retire, if you're in that decade, we believe that we have an investment principle that says that growth is important, but protection of principal is even more important. Okay, and I think you understand that, right? We're not here to make you rich quick. We're here to keep you from becoming poor. And not becoming poor is protection of principle, not going for broke and taking high risk in our view. And so that's why we have our strategy, our invest and protect strategy, which said to sell in April of last year. And I dare say many of you lost a lot of money between April and the end of last year. And, we think that that's something that if you have a strategy to address, you can help mitigate. So go to our website, it's rpoa.com, or click on the link below this video. You can visit with one of our retirement planners. You can attend our seminars. There's all kinds of stuff that we'd love to help you. We consider your retirement, your second childhood without parental supervision. Whatever that means to you, we'd like to facilitate it for you, help you to get there. We want to worry about all this so that you don't have to, and we want you to go play. All right, so hopefully you'll go to our website, rpoa.com. That's it for this week. Oh, by the way, you may notice that I have my tie and my white shirt on. You're right. And that's because if you watched last week's video, you know that they lost my luggage and I didn't have my stuff. I do now. I did have my tennis racket, though. I did play tennis, even though they didn't deliver my luggage. Always take with you the stuff you really, really need on your carry-on. Never check the important stuff like tennis rackets. So thanks for watching this video. Please share it with as many of your friends and associates as you possibly can. We want to help as many people achieve that second childhood without parental supervision. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll talk soon.